let's see how this next match goes. Welcome back to the Echo Combat Georgia League. I am your caster, error name not found, and today we have another excellent match. We have Tenacious Zebra, Goopsy, Berg, and the whole crew of Georgia's Ultimate Ninjas, aka Gun, versus Biscuits, aka Trod, and his grouping of players, some of which are, I am failing to name. Let me pull up the full list of names here, as well as refreshing the match roster. Alrighty, let's see how this goes. It should be a fun match. Today we are watching a match on Dyson for this first round. It should be a fun time. On Biscuits, we have Trod, Java, and I believe Dinkator Boy as a substitute player, as some of their players are currently unavailable. A quick warm-up match as these teams get ready to play. Let's see how it goes. Please let me know if there's anything that needs fixed about the screen. Alright, we have our players. Let's look at these loadouts. Trod and Zero, both using kind of the mid-range options. I believe those are the Pulsar and something else. Maybe the Quark or Blazar, something along those lines. But it should be a fun time nonetheless. Both of these teams are using closed comms, so it should be a fun round. Admittedly with a little talking. But other than that, it should be a grand old time. So as we wait here, I may send this back in intermission as we get ready. One thing to note about this map is that it has this very clear divide between the point, this sphere here, and the outside world. The inside of the map is hard to hit from the outside, and vice versa to some extent. But both have their pros and cons, and we love to see these teams rotating between them and using the map to their best ability. So let's see if that will decide this first round here. And yeah. I will send this back to intermission while we are waiting, but it should be a grand old time, so stay tuned. Alright, both teams ready, or one team readying up here. Biscuits seemingly get on their way. True arc mines. One thing to know about this match is that every attack mod, aka kind of special ability, ordnance or grenade, and weapon can only be used once per team. Only one player can use them, which really limits our creativity and forces us to use some underused weapons, such as the more experimental weapons like the Quark, Starburst, Protostar, and though we haven't seen it this season, the Blazar, which I hope we will get to see more of. It has
Blue Squad ready.
I'd love to see some players get used to using it. Both teams are readying up here, waiting to charge out into the open. Dinkator using the Protostar, it looks like. Java back on his Nova, and Trod sticking with old reliable Meteor. Now looking at the other team here.
Prepare to capture the point.
We have Tenacious on Comet, Goopsy on the Quark, and Zero on the standard Pulsar weaponry. Tenacious having an aggressive hold here on point, but Biscuits has already claimed the tunnels and inside of the map. Goopsy going low and forced to use all of their heals and just to stay alive. A lot of equipment usage and not much payoff from Gun here. Let's see how it goes. Dinkator and Java chasing Zero like their life depends on it, but Trod quickly finishes that off.
Point unlocking in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point contested.
Java quickly takes that down and solves that problem for his team here. Tenacious on low health, but so are Dinkator and Java. Let's see.
Captured.
They'll be left alone to heal. Zero pushing in, looking for a pick here. Let's see how they do here. Dinkator. Oh, Dinkator's healed up, and Zero patiently biding his time,
contested.
Looking for a push, looking for a good angle. It gets heavy damage on Dinkator. Will he take him out in time? Oh, the Arc Mine comes out, does not work out very well. Fraud goes down. The Nova firepower from Dinkator. Or, sorry, the Protostar firepower. Dinkator left floating. It's quickly capitalized on. Goopsy moving around like the little monkey that he is. Bravo doing well to keep his teammate and himself alive in this match. 29% to 0 as the blue team captured. Java is forced to retreat. Now Trod back here in the back pad looking for a teammate to boost in and charge on point with. But his teammates have left him behind. Will he get there in time? And will this be a synchronized attack? Or will that lack of synchronization fall?
Contested.
Zero taking a lot of damage. Forced to phase. Goopsy takes on Java. Dinkator full health though. Zero forced to use healing and move away. Dinkator gets low. Can he take out Java? Oh, and Dinkator goes down to 0. Trod left pretty much alone to his own devices and is taken down by Tenacious in a 1-1-1 that I was not able to capture on camera. My apologies about that. Let's see how this goes. Alright, we have our players charging on point. Java taking heavy damage and going down to Goopsy. Tenacious taking down Trod, and let's see. Now, it seems Biscuits has noticed Tenacious is enough of a problem that they have to devote some man hours to fighting this, and they are putting a lot of pressure on her. Let's see if she can land those close range and mid range shots that she is known for. Tenacious getting a quick shot off on Trod. Floating is going to get him punished, and he's forced to retreat back. And now we see a quick rotation.
Contested.
Dinkator and Java claiming point. Zero backing out. Capture. Cover to shoot from. Making sure to stay away from Nova players and making sure that he has a line of sight on where they are moving to prevent them from sneaking up. Zero anticipating that rotation. Tenacious taking down Trod in the meantime. That sniper pressure is going to be back. Dinkator floating. Takes some heavy damage, but he's left more or less unscathed. Goopsy goes down to Java in the tunnels. Tenacious holding that upside down position. Java putting in work with that Nova. Trod not seemingly knowing where Tenacious is, making a waste of time. Tenacious on low health as she plays a 2v1 here and goes down to the slow and steady meteor fire from Trod. Goopsy charges on point, kind of alone. An interesting play. Let's see if Zero can back him up here. Zero does. Trod stays alive. Dinky goes down. That meteor fire is going to put in a lot of damage on Zero though. He nearly gets Trod quickly is taken out by Zebra. Java and Zebra are left to a 1v1 on point. Favoring Java just based on weapon choice. Let's see if Jason can put in some work here. Sadly, those Nova shots are connecting, and that leaves Java versus Goopsy as these gun players slowly trail in. And it is not doing well. Arcline quickly destroyed. All of the healing and all the ability to stay alive. Incredible plays by everyone. Zero looking for a bit of a flank, maybe trying to harry them with that phase shift, making them paranoid a bit. Dinky's low, Trod is low. Can they finish it off? Zero and Goopsy staying together and getting those kills, though Goopsy is sacrificed for his transgressions upon this earth. Java quickly boosts in, using phase for movement instead of the typical survivability that it's used for. Tenacious looking for a snipe on him, looking for an angle, but the quick boost is going to force her to a lot of pressure. She takes heavy damage and she's going to go down. Detonator connects, but it's not contested. Java goes down to Goopsy. Tenacious and Trod and Dinky trade. And that is the match.
Round complete.
Or Gun.
Blue squad victory.
Wins this first match. My God, what an exhilarating match. 66 to 100%. That was a pretty balanced match all the way to the end. Biscuits really adapted to Tenacious and forced her to play more aggressively and not allow her to get those easy shots from back here under bridge as she is wont to do. Let's see how this goes in this next round. Alright, let's make sure that everything's going well, but these teams should be coming in here.
Prepare to capture the point.
Delayed start just to make sure they know where their opponents are using that spawn room. Dinky and Java are already on point, and Trod seems to be following suit. Tenacious looking for a snipe. A lot of the kind of pincer maneuver happening from outside. Let's see if they can capitalize on this and make good use of it. Goopsy pushes in. A arc mine coming in and blocking that tunnel. Can they deal with that and not Trod out? It's positioned in such a place that you can't hit it with splash damage well. Trod quickly takes it out though by rotating over. Trod holding a position known by Vagnator, which is a very interesting, kind of learning from your enemies as they just played them.
Point unlocking in.
Put in a lot of work.
5,
Goopsie
4,
flanks and takes out
3,
that kill quickly.
2,
Java moves
1.
quicker and
Capture the contested.
Java left alone to their devices. Their dynamic duo here on point 0 and Tenacious go down, and that is going to be a first point
captured
for the Biscuits. Now, Guns, let's see if they can make a good push here as they go about it. Alrighty. Dinky, oh, that splash damage. Someone switched to Meteor. Tenacious raining Hellfire, breaking those shields, which is a good preemptive strategy. Even if you can't get damage, preventing the use of cover is very valuable. Now, Biscuits have adapted to that by moving upside down. The stun field comes out. Goopsie getting heavy damage on Dinky. Java quickly saves his teammate though. Dinkator is still low. The
point contested.
Zero couldn't save his own skin with that instant heal as the detonator comes out and finishes him. Tenacious is left all alone. Will they pressure her or will they just leave her to her own devices? It does seem that they're just leaving her there as they don't really consider her a threat right now. Kind of an ego play. Let's see if it goes well.
Point contested.
Java getting low from that meteor shot. Goopsie kind of getting tunnel vision on one kill, and it's getting him some heavy damage. She didn't take that on Java.
Captured. And point contested.
Leads the point for just long enough for capture, and swiftly dies thereafter. Tenacious rotating his pillar, maybe looking for a shot as they boost in, but Biscuits has been favoring this tunnel approach, so let's see if she can make a good push for that. A full tunnel push here from Biscuits. The threat scan coming out from Tenacious. The stun field comes out, and it swiftly it just doesn't go the way they wanted it. Goopsie's left alone. They quickly capitalize on it. Zero's forced to retreat. Can he hold him there, or will he be flanked?
Point contested.
Out, quickly dies to Trod and Java together. Zero
captured.
He's looking for a runaway, just trying to stay alive. Oh, but Java's grabbed him, and that
point
most
contested.
At the end of his life. But the quick phase shift. Why is he staying on point? Kind of a ballsy play from Zero here. Movement tech does not work out in his favor. And will they get the kill? Zero's movement pays off. Java's forced to rotate back and
contested.
Zero auto heals back to full health. Looking for a pick here.
Point contested.
Trod, the instant heal
point contested.
Java immediately back on Zero, takes him down.
Point contested.
Trod Goopsie and Tenacious takes on Dinky, leaving a 1v1 of Tenacious versus Java, and Java wins it. Just mainly due to his weapon choice, but Java also taking heavy damage, perhaps from the Comet shots or perhaps from something else. Tenacious having switched back to Comet. Interesting play, maybe the Meteor just wasn't working out as well as they hoped. The quick boost back on point contested. The stun field goes awry from Biscuits here. Trod takes down Zero, heavy damage coming out. The repair matrix
point contested.
Goopsie's quickly stunned and dealt with, leaving Tenacious the last surviving member, which Trod quickly rectifies. But let's see. And this
round complete.
Or the second round
Orange
is going
squad victory.
To the Biscuits, a very well matched round. Both of these teams doing very well. Maybe Biscuits were just a bit rusty or a bit tired, but let's see if their fatigue from their last match carries over into this one. Now, one thing I will note is that Tenacious, despite claiming to not have the best movement tech in the game, is still doing very well at keeping herself alive for these long team fights. Fighting Java on its own can get you down in just a couple seconds.
Prepare to capture the point.
But she's lasting tens of seconds and doing very well for herself. And in a fast-paced game where all those percentage points can really start to add up, it pays off very quickly. Now, Guns claiming point much faster than before, recognizing the tunnel push and kind of adapting around it, but seemingly maybe poorly communicating as all of our Biscuits here push out here. Goopsie's quickly grabbed and is hopefully going to die soon. I can't really tell. Goopsie missing a lot of shots on a target he had no right missing. Java takes down Tenacious, but Java and Trod being put to work by that Mr. Zero.
Point unlocking in. 5,
One thing to note is that they will now have
3,
better spawns
2,
than if they had left to capture the point.
Capture the point.
Worse spawns now because now
captured.
Biscuits will have faster spawns. A full back pad push. Let's see how that goes here. Pushing in.
Point contested.
Zero quickly floating away. 9% only on the clock here. They really have to stay on the point. Goopsie left on his own and is quickly team shot.
Point contested.
Java's left low. Trod in this sort of hard to reach position. Tenacious looking for a shot here, looking for any sort of damage.
Point contested.
Will Java press her and force her to retreat? Tenacious taking heavy damage, not really rotating over that middle gap to the other side of the ring, as most players like David are wanting to do. Let's see how
Point captured.
Apparently the background noise and the gameplay sounds weird. I do not know what's causing that. I guess I can restart my game. But that will be something for
Point
the next
contested.
match.
Point
As
contested.
we go into Sunfield goes right, Goopsy trades with 0. And Tenacious takes down, Goopsy takes down Dinky, and the point flips back to Gun through a hectic match. Goopsy left on half health. Will they be able to capitalize on that? Depends on their spawn times. As blue team, the Guns here, waited to capture for a fair bit. Another backpad approach. Will they have a stun field ready?
Point contested.
Cooldown, as you can see. A quick boost on the point. Trod rotating to that same familiar position as they know.
Contested.
Oh, but Tenacious has been locked in.
Contested.
Shot. Java pushing heavy pressure on her. Tenacious floats off and dies for it. Dinky putting in work. No slouch. Java or Trod. They're both doing extremely well. Now, they aren't breaking the shields on the blue side, so that's interesting. I guess I will have to restart my game after this. I'm sorry that the audio is so borked right now. Alright, Trod favoring the blue team tunnel. Tenacious looking for an opening snipe and over the top push. 0 floating in and taking a lot of damage from Dinky here. That Protostar is incredibly dangerous, and the detonator to finish him off will not work. Java making a quick push. 0 rotates a bit too late. Goopsy looking for a place to make that SMG work for him. That top angle, oh, the pressure from that Protostar. It's a scary weapon to fight, folks. The repair matrix from Java here are not really the best strategy. Oh, she's looking for a snipe here, looking for a headshot on Trod. Very focused on one player. That is one of her weaknesses. 0 looks for a pick, but Trod survives, but hairs on his chin.
Point contested.
As we all know. Tenacious pushes on point, looks for the grab. Java moving too well for this point.
Point contested.
Takes down Dinky here, but Java takes down Tenacious. Goopsy low health. Will Java get killed? Java goes down. 0 comes in just in the nick of time to switch with Goopsy as Goopsy passes on into the afterlife.
Point
pushes
contested.
on the point death through attempt. 86%. Now, this is the time where Guns
contested.
Fight incredibly aggressively and not allow a single team fight loss, as they will be completely knocked out if they do. Trod goes down, but the remaining Biscuits players come back in. Tenacious gets a good grab on Dinky, gets the kill. Oh, but Java seeks a quick revenge. The auto-immolation from Tenacious. Heavy firepower, leaving Java almost no place to move. Interesting strategy of that crossfire coming from very close range and more mid-range shots. Now, 36%, they really have to stick all on point, or else this match will swiftly go in their opponent's directions. No Nova use. Oh, the stun field comes out and gets 2. Quick damage. Will that eliminate Java and Dinky immediately? It will. Trod is left alone on point. Kind of one of the members that isn't the best at these 1v1 fights or 1v3 fights. The pressure on him forces him to phase. A lot of equipment usage, and not much from our Guns. This will be a good fight for them to take in the future. That stun field will make their opponents more wary of a full backpad push, as boosting really leaves you open to that stun field. 0 backing up immediately. Dinky
point contested.
Protostar gets a hit. Tenacious goes down to Java. Java immediately rotates on to 0.
Contested.
Back. Goopsy's stun field does not work out for him that time, and that is a capture. I think that's going to be it. If they can get back in time, maybe with a backpad boost or a translocator. Let's see if they can. Oh, the push comes out, but 97, 98, 99, and 100.
Round complete.
Stops the game in its
Orange Squad has won the match.
We're going to go to a quick intermission between these two matches. Now let's look at these scoreboards here. You know, Trod with the lowest kills, but putting not much time on objective. Java with 2,800 damage, most by country mile. Maybe they really played a role in that. That pressure from Java really forced Tenacious to not be able to hit those shots, maybe. Goopsy and 0 put a lot of pressure on him, and they seem to have a way of getting him, but only when he's alone. Dinkator and Java seems to have a bond in a way, and are able to communicate very well. I guess we'll go and see you in this next match. What do you think the map pick is going to be? Will they choose Surge, as most people are wanting to do when they need a win, as it is a strong defensive map? Now, let's see how this goes as we leave this match and move on to the next one. Alrighty, welcome back to Echo Time League Round 2 of this Week 6 match of Biscuits versus Guns, or George's Ultimate Ninjas. Now let's see how these teams play. Both teams readying up. Let me go message, make sure that... Let's see how this goes, though. I really hope that the audio has been fixed, as I cannot tell what is going on with that. I'm sorry about that. Not the best time to have a small technical delay. Let's see how these teams go. A bit of a friendly duel going on. Zero, Java, and Trot have a little bit of fun.
Mean. Can you not go back in? How?
Alright, both teams kind of messing around with the out-of-bounds features. A glitch that was found shortly after this map was released, forcing your head into this crawl space, really forces you out of the map. You can get into this sort of black space where all of reality
Defense
sort of
squad
fades
ready.
away. Defense squading readying up here, 15 seconds until they come out for defense. Now, interestingly enough, gun on blue. Let's see who chose that. Zero. Okay, yeah, as I predicted, these teams picked the map that would be most comfortable.
Take your
Have a good
defensive
start,
positions.
kind of flip the momentum of the match, get some morale boost back. Let's see how these teams play. Surge is a very defensively sided map. This part is very open. Leaves a lot of room for sniper fire and meteor splash damage, especially on that payload. You don't really have much way of avoiding it. This arc mine can be really dangerous, as there's not much way to hit it from the offensive sides, from their angles. Zero holding very, very aggressively, while Tenacious and their teammate here are kind of delayed and boosting out. Goopsy.
Match starting in.
That's Quirk. Let's
10,
see him push it. Huge.
9, 8, 7,
Interestingly enough,
6,
no gun
5,
players using meteor.
4,
and
3,
Squad seems to be back
2,
on his normal,
1.
normal shenanigans.
Stop the payload.
Denkator takes
Payload mobilized.
Squad again with this delayed start every time. I'm not too familiar with it. Drawed and
Payload
and
mobilized.
boosting out here, looking to kind of distract from any damage that can be put on payload. Putting it in work, taking that Goopsy. Zero quickly focuses fire on Java, putting in a lot of damage, but that repair matrix is just keeping him alive. Zero forced to retreat.
Payload mobilized.
Those kind of crucial shots. Sometimes it's deceptively hard to hit a floating player. Tenacious 6 is taken down by Java. And Zero's left all alone here. Those long respawn timers for the defensive side is not working out well. Trod forced to phase though. Retreating back to point. And this is a lot of ground to lose early on. already
Delivery
about halfway through
accelerated.
this checkpoint. This first room, if you don't get past it as a offensive player, can be really dangerous, but they made it through no problem. That stun field comes out.
Payload mobilized.
Trod for getting caught up in it. Indicator's low and forced to use a detonator to escape it. Java using that detonator on Tenacious and taking her down as well.
Payload returning.
Java takes a lot of heavy damage from that combined fire of those two. Now, Goopsy and Zero have been making good efforts and doing very well in killing Java, especially when they're alone, but their teammates are going to come back in here.
Payload mobilized.
Payload Dinky cannot save Java, but takes down one of his
Delivery accelerated.
Zero's left alone behind, phasing back. Tenacious looking for a distraction to give Zero some space to work with.
Payload returning.
Trod charges off the payload, but cannot get back on. As he's
Payload returning.
Java grabbing around, the detonator goes to waste, sadly.
Payload mobilized.
They are forced to keep the movement going. Java dodges.
Payload returning.
Deftly, well
Payload returning.
Tenacious left floating, looking for a close range battle against a Nova player. The stun comes out.
Payload mobilized.
And that is going to be this first checkpoint. Just taken straight.
Checkpoint reached.
Zero came out here a bit late. Will they stagger him? It seems like they will. They're waiting on the final kill, and they do. That'll leave him very staggered, and if Biscuits can get a quick push, this second checkpoint,
Payload mobilized.
Area where it's kind of a 3 choke point area.
Payload mobilized.
Hold your opponents here will not be a
Payload
strong
mobilized.
Guns. I would be shaking in my boots if I were Gun, to be honest. Honestly, it's a scary proposition to fight this team, especially when Java's pushing in so much work. Trod swiftly forced back from those combat shots, though. Well played from that high position. One player holding out payload, trying to get some progress as soon as possible. Java and Trod both holding the sides, and they quickly boost out. Zero is punished for floating by Java.
Payload contested.
Payload and cannot land the shots. Java quickly helps out, but Trod goes down to Tenacious. That battle not going his way. Now, Zero and Goopsy can boost back in here and do a lot of damage, but only if Zebra can hit those shots and get some preliminary damage on them, as it will
Payload
most likely
mobilized.
go the same way as it did last time if they don't. Zero and Goopsy jumping Java, Tenacious getting killed 3 times, seemingly? My god, that's an impressive feat from Java here. Goopsy's very
Payload
low,
returning.
Dinkator just managing to take him out, and Zero being finished
Payload
off by Dinkator
mobilized.
as well. That Protostar is putting in work. We talk about Java being a threat here, but Goopsy or Dinkator also doing magnificent work here. Java's floating around,
Payload returning.
That
Payload mobilized.
Goopsy back. Goopsy takes that fight, even though it's not very advantageous from here. I would maybe go for more damage.
Payload contested. Payload returning.
Coming back in here. A Zero
Payload
around.
mobilized.
Nearly getting Trod, but that healing coming out.
Payload mobilized.
They've done a good job on splitting up
Payload
their heals
contested.
here, Biscuits has.
Payload mobilized.
They stay alive.
Delivery checkpoint reached.
20 minutes left in the clock. Now this third checkpoint isn't any slouch for our defending team here, but if they don't get a good setup, it's really hard to maintain a strong hold and not let this just steamroll into a complete one-sided victory, especially with 3 minutes left on the clock. One good team fight could be the end for Guns here. A quick boost, Java already flanking, seemingly remaining kind of off the radar. The snipe coming in from Tenacious gets the headshot, and Java is swiftly rocketed into an early grave here. Goopsy taken down by Dinkator with that Protostar. Trod the only one left as Dinky goes down to Zero. Zero doing heavy
Payload
damage
returning.
on Trod as he's forced to retreat. Now Java coming back out here. Will he wait for his full team, or will Trod and Java get to it? Seems like Trod gets the grab. Kind of embarrassing, in my opinion, to be honest. Swift boost. Now, will they target Tenacious? And that's exactly what they're doing. Can Guns rotate here quick enough? Zero taking a fight on his own. Gets the elimination on Trod, but Dinky and Java kill him. And Java goes down, but Dinky is left alive here. Tenacious coming back in, looking for a
Payload
snipe,
mobilized.
Any sort of movement here, looking to lock down this main checkpoint. She's really got to be careful about those pushes. I might trade Stunfield to her, as I would leave her a lot more free to go to punish those people who are chasing her, as they seem to be putting heavy pressure on her.
Payload mobilized.
Trod, but that's truly one of the plays that you have to worry
Payload
about.
contested.
The dynamic duo of Java and Dinky is interrupted. Never mind what I was about to say. Tenacious
Payload
landing an excellent
returning.
close-range shot. Zero taking down Dinky. Well played all.
Payload returning.
Alrighty, let's see how this goes. Now, this aggressive hold, they really need to keep it because if they make any progress, it's going to be hard to say. 2 minutes left. They're jumping.
Payload mobilized.
Now, Zero on low health, floating around is going to get you killed, and that's what happens from Java's Nova. Vingator holding that Protostar angle very effectively. Dinesh is looking for a peek and being very wary about Java here. The headshot comes out and Vingator goes down. Java at about half health, waiting for the auto heal to come in. It goes for the
payload return. Payload mobilized.
Java's movement prevents the headshot from Tenacious. The grab comes out from Zero, taking down Trod. Tenacious takes down Java again.
Payload returning.
All of our Biscuits have been eliminated. Now, regardless of how far they get it, if they get all the way to the end, that's all better for them.
Payload mobilized.
But, it really is a matter of how far they can get it, as this mode is mainly set on who can get it the furthest, not who can get it to the end. Zero takes down Dinky, and now a lot of Biscuits
payload returning
pretty heavily. Tenacious is forced to phase off. That survivability going well for her. Oh, the stun field comes out. Trod quickly going down to Goopsy. Zero and Tenacious quickly clean up Java.
Payload returning.
That he was fighting a 3v1. Not a fun fight for him, to be sure. Now Dinkator waiting safely. Our guns will know exactly when they're pushing. Oh, actually, that threat scan has just run out, so it's almost perfect timing for Biscuits here as they wait for
30 seconds remaining.
Back. Now, will they put that stun field to use as Goopsy did in this past match? It seems like it's still on cooldown. Will it come in time? Oh, the grab from Zero comes in.
Payload mobilized.
Job's on payload though. Can't make any progress. 15 seconds left. We do have overtime. Java's
payload returning.
Stunned. Will they be able to capitalize
10,
on that? That team
payload returning.
So 8, goes down in the crossfire.
Payload returning.
6, 5, this match has been
4,
effectively decided
3,
now.
2,
no way to get back
1.
on payload in time. Trod making a desperate effort.
Round complete.
Making an effort to stop him, and that is this first round decided. Now, looking at the amount of time they have left here, now Gun has to make it further than this point on the map. They have to make it over 170.52 meters. Let's see how that goes and if they can keep that going. Now, oh, that's fun visual glitch. We love to see that. Those players looking for a quick end to this combat.
Take your defensive position.
Go to 3v1, but it will not favor some players with the worst stamina and ability to continuously play this game, especially in this type of match where everyone is playing at such a high level. Movement cannot falter. If you falter on your movement, you are going to be punished for it pretty swiftly here. Standard boost. Who will win the Great Flamingo race? Java shooting behind him to ensure his victory. Now let's see how they set up. Will they have an aggressive hold or will they choose a standard hold back on that main choke point door?
Match starting in.
Let's see how it goes.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
aggressive
3,
will they blow
1.
past and just have to
stop the payload?
But let's see how
payload
it goes.
Mobilized.
Same rough loadout here. Goopsy switching his loadout a bit. 2 heals? Question mark. It's a tough sell as it would violate the rules.
Payload
Frog
returning.
comes in and trades with Zero. Zero takes down Java, but Goopsy gets stinkered. And now we are kind of
payload returning.
Tenacious switched to shield before any malpractice is going on. Boosting past Java here on the ceiling here as he's wanting to do. Looking for an angle, kind of trying to pincer him between the spawn and that back door where it's harder to hit.
Payload mobilized.
Almost claiming the defensive position for themselves. But the rest of the Biscuits have come here. Zero forced to run away like a little coward. Trod takes him down though. Dinky flying back in, choosing to fall back to his secondary defensive position here. Let's see if
payload returning.
Pass his first checkpoint on our own. Doesn't seem like he can. Dinky
payload returning.
Down that suppressive fire with the Protostar. Fire coming out here. Goopsy making a desperate play to try and interrupt Java's playstyle. Trod goes down to a
payload
good
returning.
Comet shot from Tenacious. Dinky takes on Zero though off screen. Goopsy getting pressured by Dinky here in the back line. Now Zero is really looking at Tenacious, looking to try and pick her off here. That upside down playstyle.
Payload mobilized.
We'll switch to it as a way of adapting it. I can say personally, from holding your arm at that height that you need to hold it at to hit upside down players,
delivery accelerated.
So switching to the upside down playstyle can be helpful. Dinky getting low, Zero putting a lot of pressure on him. The stun comes out. And
Payload returning.
Oh my gosh, well played.
Payload contested.
Trod
Payload
holding
returning.
On payload desperately trying to
Payload
hold him
returning.
at this first choke point, as it will really help him out here. Trod goes down.
Payload
to Zero,
mobilized.
Zero putting in work.
Delivery accelerated.
Stunfield, unluckily enough, does not capture Java, but that team shot definitely
Delivery
will.
accelerated.
As all of our guns are holding onto payload.
Delivery accelerated.
And making quick progress down the line. 1 minute left to get to this checkpoint here. Now Biscuits almost has only one shot left to get back on point here and stop this capture, as the progression you can make with payload
Checkpoint reached.
is very impressive. Please let me know if the audio still has issues, as I think I'm starting to hear it. I don't know what's causing that, so that's very interesting. But a quick team fight here leads to a very quick cleanup from guns, leaving 2 of their players alive. Now, this is most a complete reset just based on how long this door
Payload mobilized.
Will guns take a very aggressive hold and try and get ahead and interrupt their hold? Trod being the aggressor here, holding upside down in this little tricky spot to hit. But Goopsy, Zero forcing him out of position, forcing him potentially into
Payload contested.
If that team
Payload mobilized.
on the first checkpoint, Trod will be swiftly eliminated here. Forcing the use of an instant heal, Goopsy takes down Trod, but Java takes down Zebra, and Zero
Payload returning. Payload mobilized.
Clean Zero up off of the floor as he is moving around. Let's see.
Payload returning.
Zebra maybe making a move for payload as Goopsy looks for a flank here, but they've seen him and it's going to be
payload mobilized.
Goopsy trying to stay alive and draw the opponents down into a worse position, but Java not taking the bait, knowing that he's sort of a foundational player with that meteor. Trod takes down Zebra again. The
payload returning.
Dinkator charging on payload, looking for a shot on Goopsy. Goopsy goes down. Zero takes down Dinkator, but Java cleans up. Java
payload
left
mobilized.
alone in that back line is really a problem for Gun, as they really are having a hard time dealing with him, especially with that detonator is able to do half the health of a player with admittedly very little effort. Goopsy harassing him back into the back line. Will he make a play here? Goopsy anticipating the play and looking for an angle here.
Payload contested. Payload
Dinkator
returning.
on
Payload returning.
Looking for a Nova pick. Zero floats off, goes down. Goopsy's on very low health. They chase. Java finished the kill. Tenacious is also very low. Will they chase or will they just leave her be? Java's positioning, almost keeping her locked back here. Looking for a shot, looking for any sort of preliminary damage that you can get. That threat scan means that blue team knows exactly when our guns are going to push in here. Now let's see how this goes. The detonator comes down a bit too early, a bit too
Payload
early.
returning.
Does not work well. Tenacious left alone, and Java takes down. Zero and Goopsy.
Payload returning. Payload mobilized.
Zero cleans up Java with a good grab, and that is this first choke point down. Now, this next part of the map is no slouch either. There's a lot of cover, a lot of places to check for sneaky plays. And
Delivery accelerated. 30 seconds remaining.
This main obelisk also very powerful.
Payload contested.
Trod pushes back in.
Payload
Dinkator
returning.
also low. Java
Payload
left
mobilized.
immediately on his own. That movement will pay off. That that repair matrix doing a lot of work for Java, keeping him alive with that immunity that players have from the overshield.
10,
Perfectly
9,
timed save.
checkpoint reached.
Finishes off. Meteor shot.
Payload mobilized.
Experimental weapon. Hard to tell, honestly, with the interface that we have.
Payload mobilized.
But let's see. That stun field has been put to good use. Let's see if Goopsy can keep it going. Now, oh, it seems like a little bit of sneaky play coming out again from Trod, holding very aggressively. That threat scan is going to reveal his position. Will he go for it? Maybe taunting them a little bit, hoping to bait them into a bit of a trap here, as that tunnel is very effective for splash damage users, such as Trod himself. Let's see this. Just sticking on payload, making good use of all those healing equipment and any attack laws that come out. But that stun field is going to be punishing.
Delivery accelerated.
Like that. Zero managed to survive by the skin of his, by the very skin of his cheeks here. Goopsy staying alive and taking down Trod.
Payload contested. Payload mobilized.
Payload, but it does not work. That is the first round.
Attack squad
going
victory.
For our guns. George is open and they're just cleaning up, doing very well. Now, Although the guns did have more kills overall, but Java putting in a lot of work, 2,000 damage. Now let's see how this next match goes as we roll into our next match. Should be a fun time. Alrighty, we are back for our final round of the day of Guns versus Biscuits. George's Ultimate Ninjas capturing that last point on Surge.
Attack squad ready.
Squarely in Biscuits' hands, so they picked Fission, one of my favorite maps, my second favorite map. But it should be a fun time overall. Tenacious starting on, or Guns starting here on offense. Let's see if Java can continue his status of being truly unkillable. That man irritates me sometimes with how hard he is to hit when he's dancing around on the ceiling of the map. Truly, he'll usually set up around here or on this block, and it's really hard to hit any sort of splash damage or force him out of position. Though with Stunfield coming back, let's see if Goopsy can put it to use. I'd be excited to see how it goes overall. Now, Guns have readied up here. Let's see if I can get this audio fixed. Yeah, that sounds about right. If it has any more issues or if it sounds strange, please let me know, and I will try and get that fixed as soon as possible. Alright, Gun has readied up, but let's see if Biscuits will keep us waiting for any longer. We should make sure that they know we are ready. Let's see how this final match goes. Now, Java back on Meteor. He seems to flip back and forth between Meteor and Nova, kind of swapping with Trod almost. I'd be interested to see how Trod does after a bit more practice with that, Meteor and Nova. His movement is a bit slower, I will admit, but maybe with practice he can become a true crabbing god.
Defense squad ready. Or
any number of other players are. 15 seconds left until our defensive team claims their positions here. Now, we saw this match earlier in the day, and this first checkpoint doesn't often go for defensive teams. But let's see if Java can put
your defensive positions.
Sure that everything goes according to his plan. If he has a plan, that is. Now, I'm very interested to see where Dinkator sets up with that Proto-Star, as it's a weapon that requires only some close range, but on this map we have this first checkpoint, and that's a lot of space to lose. And it's hard to argue that about where you're going to shoot from. He has been using it from a suppressive from a longer range, but he seems to be setting up on the right side.
Match starting in.
A misused
10, 9, 8,
here.
7, 6, 5,
Maybe
4,
looking for
3,
first push and
2,
hopefully
1.
Preserve his
Stop the payload.
It's intentional. Goopsy and Tenacious, all players upside down this time. A full counter to Java's playstyle. Dinkator raining fire from the backline. Trod coming in as well.
Yeah.
Zero takes down Java, but Dinkator takes down Tenacious. A quick grab on Zero. Leaves Trod up floating around. Can Dinkator or Trod survive?
Payload mobilized.
Zero here. Now, Tenacious is already packed. This is the thing about this map. There's a 1 second respawn timer. Really isn't enough to really be considered
delivery accelerated.
But the other side has about a 5 second respawn timer and a much longer time to get back to the front lines. Dinkator is quickly eliminated. Goopsy taking heavy splash damage after a stun from, I believe, Dinky. That was a well-played shot. And a good shot from Tenacious keeps Java low and on the back foot. Java goes down to 0. Maybe Java's getting a bit tired, or there's adapting to his play
Delivery accelerated.
He's doing very well on adapting to his
delivery accelerated.
Tail is almost captured. Let's see if they'll come.
Checkpoint reached.
Or if they're going to reset for the second checkpoint. And will Gun push down the hallway early and look for to prevent a setup here? But Biscuits holding very far back here, as is the custom for a lot of players here. Occasionally we see a very aggressive pull, but most of the time it's very far back. Zero goes down to Trod, but the stun field will leave Trod alone and dead on the ground. Java holding the ceiling. Goopsy making excellent use of this little lip here to avoid detonators and meteor shots and all the above. Well played, putting a lot of pressure on him.
Payload contested.
His own damage
Payload
skill.
Returning. Payload contested.
He is low.
Payload mobilized.
Payload
Returning.
Trod goes down. And that's a full
Payload
team
mobilized.
wipe for Biscuits. They've got it through this first checkpoint. Now, what I would do personally is I would look for that stun field. I guess Scoops doesn't have it up, but
Delivery
it's always
accelerated.
interesting to see how stun field counters any sort of momentum.
Checkpoint
You
reached.
move fast. You can't usually stop that in a significant way. Now, will they hold this back checkpoint? And
Payload mobilized.
Kind of lame about it. It seems like Biscuits is just holding in this spawn room, which should be offline in my opinion. But it seems like Biscuits or Guns has completely ignored it, leaving Tenacious alone on payload. Kind of fighting two. Now we have two 2v1s going on. Dinkator and
Payload
Trod
returning.
Payload. Tenacious quickly bailing off to go deal with Java here. Trod goes low.
Payload
goes
returning.
Down to 0. You can't float. It will get punished. That detonator and Goopsy's firepower will take down Dinky. Java
Payload
holding on that
mobilized.
lip, peeking out.
Delivery
of cover perfectly.
accelerated.
He knows where to get that splash damage. He is well aware. It's just a matter of whether he can land shots. Zero floating. The direct hit plus the detonator will take him down. Goopsy taking a lot of damage, but gets Java very, very low. The overheat from Java. Trades with Java though. Let's see if Tenacious can keep this alive. Taking a bit of damage from that.
Payload
shot.
returning.
Trod not chasing, kind of having a lot of impulse control. And sort
Payload
of emoting.
returning.
Oh my god, the confidence on Trod here. Truly an interesting play to see. Let's see how it goes. Oh, all of Gun boosting back out here, looking for a tunnel push. Interesting to fight in a very close environment as it lends itself to Java's specialty of splash damage. Goopsy taking down heavy damage, putting a lot of fire onto Java. Java goes low, but takes down Goopsy before dying. Staying alive
Payload
with that
returning.
excellent movement. Zero takes down Java, but Dinky gets the grab and finishes off Zero. Now let's see how this goes. Tenacious first one back, grabbing payload. Will Dinky... Oh, Dinky switched to Comet this time. This is the first Comet shot, revealing his position.
Payload
It's sort of
mobilized.
obvious based on the map tropes of this
Delivery
map.
accelerated.
You're always playing this hill. Java comes back in. Goopsy is doing an excellent job of putting just so much pressure onto Java. Quickly takes him down. Dinky getting very low.
Delivery accelerated.
Can Goopsy sneak around back and finish him off? Will Tenacious distract him? Takes down Dinky. Goopsy does. Yes, he does. The stun field. An excellent team shot. Takes down
Delivery
Trod
accelerated.
incredibly quickly. A magnificent play. That there comes out, but only clips Tenacious, it seems. And
Why would you say that?
we are at 181.81 meters.
I said Zebra's on me,
Now,
Zebra's
let's
on me. He's
see
like,
if-
Zebra's in you, what? What?
A little bit of a crosstalk here as these players discuss the match. Always fun to see some good old camaraderie from the match as it goes on here. Now let's see how these teams will adapt. Now switching over the layout here, give me 2 seconds here. Biscuits is now on offense, and let's see if they can do the same.
Take
If they
your
can make it all
defensive
play.
positions.
They are very strong in terms of Java and Zero and Dinkator both putting in work. But let's see how it goes. Tenacious and Goopsy seemingly choosing this sort of slow push, maybe deciding on a strategy, or maybe trying to avoid the curse of the mini-map, as it is known. As all offending players will know exactly where the defenders are. Now, no major switches in loadouts here. A lot of the old reliables, a stun field,
Match
and
starting
and
in.
detonator. I might
10,
switch to
9,
Hookline on payload. That might be
8,
able to get
7,
Java. I was a bit
6,
distracted and take some of
5,
that focus on him.
4, 3.
But
2,
let's see how it goes.
1.
First match is going.
Stop the payload. Payload mobilized.
Goes awry. Trod's left floating and is quickly punished. Java forced back into sort of this rear position. Dinkator taking sniper fire from Tenacious all the way backline. Goopsy and Zero dive on Java. Will they take him down? They do. Dinkator left all alone. They take him down. Zero getting
Payload
a triple
returning.
kill. Well done him. Zero getting a quadruple kill. Well played. I didn't think it was possible in a 3v3, but that man manages miracles every time I see him play. Dinkator looking for an initial snipe here. Oh, Trod and Java trying the same boosting tactic again, trying to jump on Tenacious, keeping that sniper fire.
Payload
Java goes
mobilized.
down early, and so does Trod. That sniper fire as Dinkator moves on the payload. Will they pressure him? Or they're boosting immediately back. That pressure is going to force him to miss those shots. Zero gets another kill, and that's
Payload
another full
returning.
team wipe from our players here.
Payload returning.
Now, they are repeatedly diving, but Tenacious, but she is having none of it as she takes down Java again. Zero cleans up Trod. Vindicator making a slow push, but again, they're having none of it. Getting a kill through the spawn barrier, an excellent job. And now they're playing incredibly aggressively. Can they survive and make it back? Zero's very low health. Will Java try and capitalize on that? Zero makes it home almost
Payload
unscathed.
mobilized.
Alright, Java now moving to his usual ceiling position.
Payload mobilized.
Tricky to get him out of there. Java and Goopsy and Zero making heavy pressure on him as Tenacious makes and looks for that confirming shot. Goopsy takes down Java, but Dinky takes down Zero.
Payload mobilized.
Trod low health. The stun field comes out, isolating Dinky. Trod goes down, and Dinky goes down.
Payload returning.
This is not going well for our Biscuits here. Hopefully they can pull this around. Only 1 minute on the clock. I was expecting this round to go on for much longer, given Fission's ease
Payload
of
mobilized.
Payload. But
Delivery accelerated.
I guess this is gonna go on for very long. Java takes down Zero. Goopsy goes down. Java as well. Java seemingly back with his mojo, as it were. Detonator comes out from Tenacious as they all charge her. That pressure finally getting to her. She's forced to face back. This fourth checkpoint looking like it's going to go for Biscuits.
Delivery
finally.
accelerated.
But all that lost time is going to add up. It's not
30 seconds remaining.
Check
Checkpoint contested. Payload mobilized.
Goopsy messing up the stun field. Zero looking for any damage. Jumping on Java again. Zero seemingly prioritizing the other players. Gets a kill on Trod. Zero goes down though. Oh, and Java goes down again. Is Java getting tired? Is Java potentially, as the hip kids call it, washed? Oh my gosh. It's tricky to see. Tenacious in her usual spot of trying to get those long-range snipes, putting pressure on whoever's holding payload. Binky waiting for his
Payload
teammates to push
returning.
back in here. Let's see how it goes.
Payload mobilized.
Yeah, I guess they must be getting tired. They're having 2 matches back to back. It's not the best play. Rod going low, taken down by Zero. Java seemingly getting back on his groove here. Goopsy playing excellently, putting a lot of pressure, but kind of tunnel vision's a bit too far.
Payload returning.
Indicator comes in from behind.
Payload returning. Payload mobilized.
Let's see if they can make it all the way through this part. Java putting heavy pressure on Tenacious, forcing her to phase.
Hey.
Payload
Hey, do
contested.
it.
Payload mobilized.
Get out of here.
Delivery accelerated.
And they are all about
Payload
getting
contested.
people off their lawn. Zero holding on to payload desperately. Goopsy coming in, but quickly there's
Payload
that was weird.
mobilized.
This second checkpoint going.
I know that was weird.
Let's see if they can keep it going. Java pushing ahead. Now, this is what I mean by momentum. Is really the language of payload matches. If you can stop a
Delivery accelerated.
you really can do almost anything on offense. And it's just a matter of who can do a better job getting back in position after a lost team fight. Trod's taken down by Zero. Java's still harrying 2 players. Dinkator's left all alone on payload here.
Payload
Let's
mobilized.
see if Tenacious can put in the work here and land that shot and leave them open for a little sneak attack from Goopsy, who comes in from behind, quickly finishing him off. My God. 3 minutes on the clock.
Payload
Trod
returning.
holding in sort of an obvious position. I don't know why he's doing that. Kind of easy for Goopsy to swoop down and get the kill. Oh, I guess it didn't work out as well as they'd hoped.
Payload
Zero
mobilized.
behind here. Java goes down.
Payload
to a detonator.
mobilized.
Dinky landing a protostar shot to finish off Goopsy. A detonator on a left field from Tenacious takes down Dinky though. Trod left all alone is finished off by Zero.
Payload returning.
Now, I don't know what changed on that second checkpoint, but it seems to have changed again, going back in favor of the gun. Admittedly, this point is pretty easy to defend. Messing up the booster there a little bit. Trod's going to be all alone there. Can they capitalize on that? Quickly jumped on, taking heavy damage. Goopsy moves out. Oh, the stun field comes out of left field. Java left all alone. Oh, nearly got him, but that healing matrix is really
Payload mobilized.
Okay, just looking for a snipe here.
Oh, I just killed myself.
Oh, Java kills himself. Never mind. Trod taking heavy damage from a nice frisbee throw from Tenacious, left alone. Can she land the finishing shot? Trod phases to make sure she can't.
Payload returning. Payload mobilized.
Tenacious immediately falling back to join her teammates. A smart tactical play from her.
Payload returning.
Goopsy dies. Dinky dies. And
Payload
Goopsy
returning.
And Zero
Payload
go in
contested.
together as they are wont to do. Java surviving And that dynamic duo is broken up as each one takes a different
Payload
player,
mobilized.
And they don't communicate as well as they should. Trod very low. Oh, surrounded by the neck. By
Delivery
the very skin of his
accelerated.
neck. Oh my god. All players on payload trying to make it down the ramp here in just 1 minute and 15. This stagger coming out, but the double
Payload
stun.
contested.
Oh
Payload
my god,
mobilized.
Java very low. But that repair matrix
Payload
is
contested.
truly
Payload
dastardly.
mobilized.
We hate
Payload
to see it every
returning.
time. It aggravates me on a personal level. But that's a full team wipe. 1 minute left.
Payload returning.
Now, if I were a betting man, I'd say that our Biscuits have about 1 to 2 more pushes here before they have to play strictly on overtime, which is a tricky proposition for them. They know when they're going to push. They have the threat scan. The sun field is going to be deadly if they want to get in position.
Payload
This
mobilized.
is putting it to good use. They just
Delivery
forced back.
accelerated.
They've won this team fight. I am eating my words today. Oh my goch.
30
Egg is
seconds
upon my
remaining.
face. Java with an excellent prediction.
Holy crap, that was a good shot.
And that is a round 2.
Let's go!
Wait.
25 seconds left on the clock
Waiting.
for Biscuits. I think Gun did better in terms of time, so let's see how it goes. As we
Where
enter
you
this,
pop out, headshot you.
sort of overtime.
Yeah, I saw.
These players playing
Alright,
for
yeah.
keeps now. Any mistake will be swiftly punished by that clock. So let's see how it goes. Moving back. Okay, that personally just aggravates me.
Take your
I don't know whether
defensive
those
positions.
Flash shields are at different times. But that is for another time to wonder. Truly, Rad is sometimes a mystery. Gun got 2 minutes according to Combat Streambot. Thank you so much. Extra rounds indeed. For the first time this season, I think. I haven't seen a game go this long since Vietnam, honestly. Java claiming the payload
Yeah.
of the Flamingo race.
I gotta go at like 4:30, man.
Java
Match
holding
starting
upside
in.
down. Now,
Four
this
right now.
long
9,
will
8,
do numbers
7,
on Biscuits' resiliency.
6, 5,
Tenacious doesn't have the
4,
best
3,
stamina either,
2,
but she's been doing well so
1.
far. Hopefully she can keep it. Secure
Stop
victory
the
for her team
payload.
here. Let's see how it goes.
Payload mobilized.
Java being dove again, but they have adapted this strategy. Dinkator immediately rotated to help out a bit. Goopsie taking heavy damage, looking for a close range. Is that a sniper
Hey,
shot?
Trot.
Nope, hard to tell. There's a 6 on
Java's
Dinky.
one, but
Trod
I-
dives
Payload
kicks her down,
returning.
and 0 goes down to Dinky as well. Their strategy for diving Java has
Payload
been adapted
returning.
to. They know it as well as the back of their hand now. So let's see how Gun switches it up. Maybe they'll focus a different player, maybe force Java out of position.
Payload
Wouldn't seem like they're doing a
mobilized.
good job of it so far. Zero taking heavy damage. Oh, but Java forced a retreat from his excellent shots and kills himself. Truly a sad sight. Suicide is not encouraged on this stream. Hard to hear.
Delivery accelerated.
Alright, let's see how it goes. Dinkator. Oh, pulling out the phase, or the stun field here. Waiting for it. Comes out. It's a bit too late. In the mid-out
Payload
position.
contested.
Goopsie dies him.
Payload
Forces a
returning.
bad
Payload returning.
death blow. Trod left floundering on the payload. Goes down despite the kills.
Payload
from Java.
returning. Mobilized.
Goopsie
Delivery
continuing to work
accelerated.
with That quirk. That might be a new...
Checkpoint reached.
Java focusing on Tenacious here, maybe a bit of a bait. Let's see if it works out for him. Now, if
Payload
I were
mobilized.
on Gun here, I would try desperately to get back and try and stop a hole from setting up there. But Biscuits is really preventing that really excellently. Getting kills
Payload
on 1,
return.
0. Goopsie goes down. Will they hold this far forward? That would be, honestly, an incredible feat to pull off. Tenacious pushing in alone, though. She's getting quickly surrounded by, eaten up like a bunch of sharks surrounding their prey. Java back on that ceiling, sticking to his usual tactics. Goopsie getting about half health, but grabbing Trod. Can he stay alive long enough for a push to really matter? Seems like he can't. Dinkator boy takes him down. Tenacious lands an excellent shot on Trod. Can this work out for them? Oh my god. This is a very aggressive hold from Biscuits here. 1 minute and 1.5
Payload
minutes
contested.
left on the clock here.
Payload
Tenacious goes
mobilized.
down to Java. 0 kicks down Dinky. Oh my god, the last player of Biscuits forced
Payload
retreat.
mobilized.
Not fast enough. Java goes down. Trod pushing back
Delivery
in.
accelerated.
That aggressive hold is swiftly responded with a no. We are not going to have that happen again. Gun learning not allowing any sort of aggressive play from Biscuits.
Delivery
Making heavy
accelerated.
progress down this tube here. Now they're boosting on. That stun field goes awry. Doesn't hit anyone.
Delivery
but comes
accelerated.
back. Doesn't get anyone, sadly. A
Payload
double
contested.
kill from Biscuits
Payload
here.
returning.
And that is a full team wipe for George's Ultimate Ninjas. Now Java sitting on payload, knowing that if he lets go, then it's very likely that it's going to get captured behind his back. We do not want to have a scene 9.
Payload mobilized.
Oopsie goes low. This splash damage, this choke point is incredibly advantageous.
Payload
30
returning.
seconds
Payload
remaining.
mobilized.
A lot of damage. Oh my god.
Payload
contested.
returning.
Oh, and
Payload returning.
She just kills herself with comet splash damage. What a rare occurrence. Java
Payload
kills
returning.
Gypsy, 0 kills Strahd. Dinkator takes down 0. And that's another successful team fight for
10,
Biscuits here. They're
9,
getting desperate.
payload
They're
mobilized.
boosting back in
7,
here.
6, 5,
see.
4, 3,
Oh my god, Dinkator
2,
pushing on point
payload
blank.
contested.
Oh,
Overtime.
they come out. Oopsie forced to retreat a bit. Dinkator
Payload returning.
Payload
Mobilized.
Overtime. Can they capture this payload? Java very low, taken down by 0 with a good shot. We would love to see that.
Checkpoint reached.
We enter the third and final checkpoint on overtime. This is going to be rough. This is going to be a bad time for all involved, as they always have to have someone on payload, and one stun field or one arc mine can
Payload
really
contested.
slow that down. I wonder if they'll switch around that. The stun field comes out, but it's
Payload
not enough.
mobilized. Delivery
Left
accelerated.
completely alone. 0 goes down. 0
Payload
very low.
returning.
The time's ticking
Payload
down.
returning.
Payload
Contested.
Payload she gets back on just in time. Surviving the splash.
Payload returning.
Can't her teammates get there. And sadly, no.
Let's go!
This match
Wait, what?
is gone for our Biscuits here. In a 2-1 victory, they have
What the heck?
won another match.
Wait, what
so
just happened?
Sorry, I saw
We
that.
merged.
We're in overtime. You guys get to go
Overtime.
now.
You gotta
I
go
saw
now.
confetti, so I got very excited.
Oh,
As
wow.
they're discussing, we've still got one more match to play. Can Biscuits make it further in less time? This is going to be a tricky fight for them. It's not over until it's over.
Take your
The
defensive
old
positions.
Rocky motto. Truth to be told, I've never seen Rocky, but it should be a fun time. Let's see how this goes. Teammates boosting out here again.
Okay.
Group C and 0 sticking together. It's an
We're down here?
interesting- I love to see them working together. They always focus fire incredibly effectively. Now, Biscuits has 54 seconds as opposed to Guns 2.5 minutes. So let's see how it
Match
goes for
starting
them.
in.
If they can
10,
stop them here,
9,
working
8,
overtime for the
7,
entire of the second and third
6,
checkpoint
5,
will be
4,
a harrowing
3,
feat.
2,
to say the least.
1.
So let's see how it goes. Ultimately,
Stop the
they have
payload.
No time to lose. Zero and Goopsie looking
Payload
for a boost,
mobilized.
looking to see when Java will expose himself.
Delivery accelerated.
Java already rotating back into his usual position, boosting him quickly. The stun field on the ricochet gets Java not punished quickly enough. Goopsie goes down and Prod. Java takes, or Dinky
Delivery
takes
accelerated.
from Java, holding on payload.
30
forcefully
seconds
closing the gap
remaining.
here.
Wait, 30 seconds, what the fuck? 30 seconds, what?
Yeah, because that's how much time you had left whenever you
Wait,
crossed
so
the
we're
finish
just
line.
gonna lose then.
Yeah. Tenacious getting
Delivery
taken out by Java,
accelerated.
some pessimism coming out from Biscuits. The morale is low with this low of time. Let's see if they can take it out. Oh, 0 coming in, looking for the damage. Goopsie
10,
coming in behind, taking the
9,
Prod.
contested. 8,
Oh, she has the
7,
payload.
payload
and the payload
mobilized.
gets
6,
captured.
5, checkpoint reached.
Time stops as that payload moves into position, and it cannot move until the payload can. Let's see how it goes.
Did not know that's how overtime works.
Yeah, Dinkator holding onto the very slimest bit of health. He's looking for a shot. Java dodging those
4,
shots like he's
3,
Neo.
2,
1, and we are in overtime.
Overtime.
for the entirety of the second checkpoint.
Delivery
And Biscuits
accelerated.
is on. Now, if I were a gun, I would switch to a meteor play here. That splash damage should really force the ball forward.
Delivery
And that's what we
accelerated.
really need here. Dinky getting very low. Java holding on with full health. The detonator comes out.
Payload
They're not
contested.
letting Java
Payload contested.
Oh, Java's getting low. Timer's starting to tick down. Can they get to it? Java
Payload
holds on.
mobilized.
And 0 takes him down, and that, unless they can get back in time,
Payload returning.
is all.
Hold on, I'm almost there. Hold on.
Has won
Defense
this
squad
here.
victory.
You are here.
2-1
I was thinking the same.
That's how overtime works. I thought it was just another match.
So
I've seen
overtime
so far.
has everyone switch again.
It was for you.
We
'cause I
had
knew
3
you were
minutes. You guys had 25 seconds.
No.
Yeah,
I think
let's
it goes
see.
to a minute.
Let's see the kill count here. Goopsy with 60 kills. Oh my gosh, well played. A lot of damage on that payload as well. Drawd holding strong to that payload, but not nearly as strong as Dinkator. That objective time really helped out a lot. I'd love to see and hear what these teams think was their defining characteristic and what helped them win the match. Gun played together and really adapted to Java well. They had his number for that last part, especially given how tired Java must have been after 2 competitive matches and going into overtime. I do not envy that man in the slightest. But I believe that is all for now. We are going to move into an intermission. What do y'all think was the defining characteristic of this match? Honestly, I'm just excited to see anyone's opinion. Oh my gosh, a little bit of a glitch there. But, yeah. Let's see how these two players do. It seems Combat Streambot had some money on Biscuits as he is screaming vehemently no in our chat. So let's see how it goes. I'm excited to see how these teams evolve, if Java will change up his playstyle. I know a lot of these players are having to learn new weapons for this season, given the one weapon lock. So I'd love to see if he switches it up, if he sticks with Nova, or if they try and maybe switch him to Starburst. That close range fighting may favor Starburst in a way, allowing for some interesting battles, especially if people don't expect Starburst. It is a good counter to that dive strategy that works so well. You hear that? Every single team, dive Java and he will become a non-threat. Everyone should do that permanently. But yeah, I'm excited to see Goopsy winning MVP. Well done with that quirk. Honestly, a weapon you don't see a lot of. But it's a fun time nonetheless. I believe that's it for today, so we will catch you next week, or at least tomorrow, for another exciting matchup. I believe it is Nexus versus the Cool Crabs. So we will see you around. You lost a whole mortgage payment on that. Sad to see that. Don't gamble, kids.
It's game on!
Starting match.
$15, 14, 13,